back to another episode of the Blue Honor Vlog. I'm Kay Williams, author of Blue Honor, Op-Deck Operation Deceit, and the Trailokia Trilogy. Today I'm going to answer a question that came in, and it's, do you ever look back at early work attempts, and what's that like? It can be a bit alarming. It's a bit of a double-edged sword. The great thing about keeping your early work instead of putting it through the shredder is you get to see how far you've come, and you can actually assess that. It's not an ego thing. You can see how poorly you wrote 15 years ago compared to the strides that you've made in learning your craft and working those skills. 20 some odd years later, you're just like, wow, that makes me feel really good. I've excelled. I've gotten better. There's always room for improvement, but it's good to see, that scale and stuff, the trajectory, and just, I came from this and now I'm like here. So that kind of can help build back your ego, especially when you're a little bit lost and maybe suffering from rejection. You can sit there and go, hey, I'm not making those mistakes anymore. I've come a long way, and I should be proud of myself because I've stuck with it this far, and I've improved, immensely, doing myself improvement. And you can improve on your own, but as I've always said, make sure you take classes and stuff, because the structure is a great help to improving your skills, and it gives you a way to get feedback from peers that is sometimes difficult to get because people don't always want to read your work. It's difficult for other authors to read your work because of copyright issues. None of us want to get sued later because something seems similar to something that you did, and you're like, oh hey Nancy, I let you read that and now you're writing it. And it's like, we can be very mistaken. People don't normally plagiarize. It's actually pretty rare. I know in academia it's more frequent than we would have liked and stuff in student affairs when I worked in that, and that could get a little tough, disappointing. You want to see the students do much better than that. But seeing yourself come from, start over here like years ago, and just the progression that you've made, that's really cool. The other side of that is, like I said, it can be alarming. You're like, okay, I've really come pretty far, but I still keep making this mistake, or why can't I just get this right? That was a great idea and I just totally failed at it, so it can kind of bog you down a little bit as well. But make sure that you are paying attention to what you used to get wrong and now you get right. Okay, so then you can kind of like ease off on yourself and just feel like, I got these things right finally, and that's an accomplishment. That's good. That's progress. And certainly, by any means, do not put a date stamp on things. That's the worst thing you can do. And don't judge your progress by the progress of peers. It's not the same thing. It really isn't. Everybody progresses differently. We have different opportunities and experiences in our life, so things come up in their own time for us, and you can't really get bogged down in judging yourself by how somebody else did things. So take it easy. And I think looking back at older work can kind of help you think about that a little bit. And back there I have some copies of some old stuff that I'm hoping to recycle as time goes by, and it was a series of high fantasy that I had written, trying to work the craft and stuff and come up with things, but I have since felt that it would be best placed maybe in the Trailokia universe. So right there is my start for the Aggart Chronicles, and that's going to be quite a lift because I have to take everything and I have to take what I still want to use and kind of transition it over. So, come on up and say hi, Pat. Come on. So that can be a little bit of a lift too. And then when you're using older work, it can be difficult because sometimes you'll fall back into old patterns because there's so much to fix and there's so much that you're like, you know, working, and it's just easier once you're back in there to repeat bad things all over again. So this is Pepper Potts. You may remember her from one of the Shag Bottom theaters. And, just after Sadie had passed away, her and Tony took over the theater for a little bit to make the bridge until Finn got here. So this is her. She's a good girl. Also a rescue cat. Remember, adopt, don't shop. So that's cool. Take a look at your older work. Don't shred it. Don't throw it away. Make sure that you look back, because looking back sometimes can help you see how far forward you've come. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.